Hello viewers, this is question number 11 of WAEC 2023. We have M ratio N equals this and N ratio Q equals this. So we have to find Q ratio M. So we are asked to find the ratio of Q to M. So in this first one, we'll try to make the N to be the subject of formula, since it is M and Q that the question is concerned about. So we'll make N as the subject of formula here. M ratio N equals, so you change this to improper fraction. 3 times 2, 6 plus 1. That's 7 over 3 ratio 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, 6 over 5. So if you now turn the ratio to division, it will be 7 over 3 divided by 6 over 5. So now we have M over N equals 7 over 3 times 5 over 6. Remember, when you change division sign to multiplication, your numerator will become denominator and denominator will become numerator. So M over N. Here we have nothing to divide because 3 can't divide 7. 5 and 6 don't have anything in common. 7 times 5, 35. 3 times 6, 18. So now, remember, we are to make this N as the subject of formula. So you will cross multiply. N times 35, that's 35N. M times 18, that's 18N. So our N, if you divide both sides by 35, N will now be 18N over 35. So that is what our N is going to be. So now we'll bring this into the second equation. So this N ratio Q, N is 18N over 35 ratio Q is equal to 1.5 ratio 1:3. So now we have brought in the value of N here to represent the N, so that we can now have only M and Q according to what the question wants us to do. Now 18M over 35 ratio Q will now be what? We will change this one to 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 3 over 2 ratio 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4 over 3. So 18M over 35 ratio Q will now be, okay, now if you change it to division, divided by Q, here will be 3 over 2 divided by 4 over 3. So 18M over 35 divided by Q will give us 18M over 35Q is equal to 3 over 2. This division will now turn to multiplication. So we have times 3 over 4. So 18M over 35Q will now be what? 3 times 3, 9. 2 times 4, 8. So we'll just multiply, since 3 and 4 don't have anything in common. So now, remember, the question says we should get Q ratio M. So we are still working towards that. So the next thing now is to do what? Cross multiply. 35Q times 9 equals 18M times 8. So here, if you divide both sides, because we want only Q and M to be at the left hand side, while the numbers remain at the right. So For Q to remain here, I will have Q equals 18m times 8 over 35 times 9. So here we have 9 here, 1, 9 in 18, that is 2. So Q will now be 2 times 18, 16m over 35. So lastly, if you divide both sides by m, you have Q over m equals 16 over 35. So now we can say that Q ratio m equals 16 ratio 35. So we've gotten the required ratio. Thank you.